Hey guys, Kevin Shaw here, editor-in-chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. We are here at Sick on the Green. It is the Bowling Green stop, Bowling Green, Kentucky stop of the Sick the Magazine tour. They picked up a lot of the NMCA and NMRA events, and we're here just having a lot of fun. Our associate tech editor, Chris Wozniak, is here with his Cuda, and he's in contention. I brought the Charger just for fun, parked it over at the Edelbrock booth. It's getting a lot of attention, even though it's kind of slow, but that's okay. We're just here snapping videos, snapping pictures, taking everyone around, showing them all the great stuff that's available to them. And again, these are the guys who are absolutely proving that they drive their cars and they mean them to go fast. Like I had mentioned just a few seconds ago, Mopar Connection's associate technical editor Chris Wozniak brought out his Sick Fish 1973 Plymouth Cuda to compete in the nostalgic class. Chris had qualified fourth out of a group of 14 with an 11:53 second pass the day before in the 1150 class. Chris's buddy, Cody Walker, brought out his Pro-Charged small block powered Dart, trying to win the 1010 index class. Although looks can be deceiving, Cody's Dart is extremely dialed in. Powered by a 408 and a centrifugal supercharger, Cody can turn up the wick and push the A-body well into the 9s on the rare occasion. But for many here, this weekend wasn't necessarily about personal best, but throttle control. Chris joked, "I've never had to lift during a solid run before. It's a little unnatural." Not far from Chris and Cody was fan favorite Mike Finnegan and his blown Hemi-powered 55 Chevy Blasphemi. In this exceptionally rare instance, there wasn't a line of fans waiting to snap pictures of Mike and the car. On the other side of the staging lanes, I walked up on Dynamite Performance, who has to have probably the best website name for a tuning shop, www.ivoidwarranties.com. I also stumbled upon Jacob Davis, former editor of Hot Rod Magazine and host of the Sally Speed Shop YouTube channel. Jacob's been racing this 401 powered Pro Street AMC Javelin pretty regularly on drag and drives and consistently clicks off a low 6-second 8th mile pass. Rick Trunkett's twin-turbo 72 Plymouth Duster needs little introduction to many Mopar enthusiasts who've been following along the drag and drive scene. A regular gunship for Big 3 racing, Rick's Dart has won several small tire classes, clicking off an impressive 4.7 second 8th mile just a month before. Further on was Sick the Magazine's head honcho Tom Bailey, who brought out his wild Hellcat-powered Dodge Durango. Please don't mistake this for your family's 3-row soccer practice commuter. Bailey has made this into one of his most potent door slammers, running mid-8s all day long. Guys, we're real excited to announce our new shirts for Mopar Connection, including our I Speak Mopar shirt with some of the most legendary names iconic to Mopar. like Panther Pink, Go Mango, and Pistol Shifters, and much, much more. And we also have something special for you small block guys. The new Order of the Small Block. This one has the timing rotation of the small block LA and Magnum motors listed there on the back. And we still have plenty of our What Does Mopar Mean to You shirt and our Order of the Big Block shirt. You guys can find these all at the Mopar Connection store at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com/shop. When Chris said he had entered into the nostalgia class, we had no idea that it would include a handful of absolutely wicked 64 and 65 Superstock Mopars. This Candymatic Ram Charger clone was a near perfect replica of the factory lightweights that sent Mopar on its journey to drag racing legend status, even before the 426 Hemi hit the scene. Twin Belvederes and a 69 Dodge Dart rounded out the field of oddball GMs and a smattering of ex-NMCA Mustangs. Wozniak would pilot his Cuda into the 1140s before accidentally redlining against a three-time class champion David Mormon in his 70 Mustang later this day. That put him out of contention for the rest of the weekend. Despite the disappointing end to Sick at the Green, Chris did manage to set a personal best of 1143 at 116.8 miles per hour. Equally, Cody was eliminated during his second round of the 10-10 Index class. They were running a 0.4 second Pro Tree, and he was the only guy without a trans brake, so Cody tried deep staging to edge them out. But as he said, these ex-NMCA guys just couldn't be beat. With Chris and Cody out of contention for the weekend, I ran back over to the staging lanes to catch the Street Race 860 Index class. This, of course, is where Tom Bailey, Jacob Davis, and Mike Finnegan come out to play. And everybody was ready to see Bailey's Durango take on Blasphemi. Unfortunately, a rather impressive all-wheel drive Civic watered down the track and required a quick cleanup. The blowtorches and tractors were scrambled, and the two supercharged Hemi-powered cars were backed up for a quick photo opportunity. Once cleared, Bailey and Finnegan lined up, warmed up their tires, and lit off down the track. Bailey deployed his red, white, and blue parachutes while Mike led off. Although the spectators cheered, not all seemed well. Track hand and co-host of Finnegan's Garage, Joe Cole, growled something about the clutch giving them grief before hustling back to their pit. With $3,500 on the line, you can bet that every bit counted to offset the cost of racing this weekend. With all that being said, I wrapped up with Chris, thanked Jeremy and the Edelbrock crew for letting me park the Charger in their booth, and cruised the 60 miles back home. Drag and drive events are truly the pinnacle of proving whether your street machine is everything that you claim it to be. Is it really a 10-second street car? Well, buddy, now's your chance to prove it. Thanks again to all of you for watching this video all the way through. If you enjoyed the video, why don't you give it a like, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. It'll definitely help us grow the channel. And if you want more awesome Mopar content, why don't you join us over at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com, where new articles are written and published every single day, Monday through Friday, entirely subscription free to you. So until the next video, we'll see you over there.